NCIS LA star Chris O'Donnell is here and to talk about some upcoming episodes and a lot of the stuff that's going on the show. How are you, by the way? How are things going?
I'm doing great. Things are going well. We're surviving this pandemic.
Yeah, how's it been, filming during COVID? When it all started, I'm sure things were very different and kind of a new way to do things. And now you guys are kind of in your flow and getting used to stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of protocols in place. We were tested 5 days a week, whether we were filming or not filming. We've been separated, the cast and the crew, kind of into different groups. Much shorter work days just to kind of not exhaust people and keep them healthy. So there's been different protocols, and out of that we've developed, I think, a few efficiencies that will probably never go away. But it's been unusual to say the least. And I think the biggest takeaway is that we're wrapping up the season this week, and I feel as refreshed as I ever have. I'm usually so exhausted by the end of the season, and that's not necessarily the case this year.
So those short work days aren't a bad thing.
They're not the worst thing, no. The 1 hour procedural show like ours is notorious for being the longest hours in the business, but that has not been the case this year.
Well, there are a handful of episodes left before that 12th season finale airs. Lots of storylines to cover and questions to answer on the show. Let's start off, though, with Callens' love life. He hasn't had much luck these days when it comes to romantic relationships. What's up with that, and what's his future with Anna?
Yeah, he has not had much luck along the way. And Anna Kolchak, who he's been dating, he was ready to put a ring on her finger and take it to the next level. And now all of a sudden he doesn't know if he can trust Anna. And he's gotten caught up in this whole Russian mess where he's having to use her as bait to help rescue an old girlfriend of his. Callens himself has been accused of being a Russian spy. There's been a lot of storylines from the past, little seeds we planted along the way that are starting to come to fruition here in season 12. So for the audience, I know it's very rewarding because they've been watching all along, and they kind of wondered, why did they mention that this year? And then the next year, why did they talk about that again? And all of a sudden, here's this big bombshell that's coming out. And suddenly they're saying that, Hedy specifically has been grooming Callens his whole life for what he's doing. And that raises a lot of questions. So it's been an exciting season.
Yeah, because that's something he had really no idea about, right? This information about Hedy grooming him is all new.
Yeah, well, he knew she played a big part of his upbringing. She was very aware of all the different foster homes that he was in and kind of kept tabs on him. But every time he was looking for answers regarding his parents, she gave him seemingly just enough to satisfy him. But you just got the impression that she knew more than she was letting on. And now that's coming to be a reality. And more than a few people recently have told him that it's very obvious to everyone that she's been grooming him all along for something. And so now he's trying to figure out what exactly that means. But unfortunately, he can't get a hold of Hedy. She's kind of MIA right now.
All right, well, lots to uncover and unpack there. Now, you've been playing this character for 12 seasons. You've done a lot of feature films, but that's a lot different because you do the movie, then you're done, and you move on. But you've really had a chance to kind of develop these storylines and character. What's that been like, being on a TV show for so long?
Yeah, it's such a different experience. On films, you have a little bit of a backstory, you have a script, take 10, 12 weeks, you film it, you move on. And on a TV show, you go into the pilot episode, similar to your preparation for a film, but then you have 280 episodes or whatever we've done now of development of that character. So you have all that information. Plus, anytime you open a new script, the writers can insert pieces of information that you didn't know about your character and backstory and history. And that all, adds to the development of the character. So it's kind of a fascinating experience for an actor to get to play with that information.
That is actually very cool. So, Chris, you're an avid golfer, am I right?
I am, yes.
And you were expected to play up in the Pebble Beach ProAm this year. That didn't happen. Are you going to hopefully get to do it next year?
Yeah, it was the first time I'd missed it in 20-something years. I've been playing for a long time. I missed it once when I was living in New Zealand and my first daughter was born. That was about 21 years ago. But it was a bummer. I ended up going up for a couple days that weekend anyways, just because it was like a homing pigeon. Like I had to get back to Pebble Beach. It just, I love it up there so much, and I just feel drawn to it every time that year. So we all hope to get back next year, and I make it up to that part of the world anytime I can. I think it's about as pretty a place as you'll find.
Well, that's not too far from our neck of the woods, so hopefully you'll come a little more north and visit us up here in the Bay.
Absolutely.
Really quick before I let you go, your birthday is June 26th. You share that with one of my favorite people on the planet, my grandmother. She's going to be 106 this year. So I knew I liked you when you first said hello. Yeah,
well, you have some good genes. 106. Wow. Congratulations.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. So if I don't see you in June, happy early birthday. Well, maybe we can get you guys together sometime in June so you can celebrate your birthday together.
All right. Give her my best.
I will. Thank you so much, Chris. Have a wonderful day, and thanks for taking time to speak with us.
Absolutely. Take care.